We are going to talk about the documents and the information we require to file our income tax returns for all incomes other than the business income. We require a lot of documents for filing our income tax returns. Normally, the last date to file the income tax return is 31st July. But we need to start collecting the documents much before that. That's why government also give us a 4 months bracket to do the same. Remember, you do not have to submit any of the documents to the income tax department, but you need to gather all those to have a seamless filing of your income tax return. Also, you need to preserve them in case of any income tax query or scrutiny comes on later on. So, let's start with the list of the documents. If you are a salaried employee, you need to have a Form 16, which is the first and the foremost document. Form 16 gives the detail of all the salaries you have received along with the exemption, allowances, deductions and the TDS. Form 16 has two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A gives only the gist of the salary and the TDS, but Part B gives the full detail of your salary under different sections, the allowances given, the deductions on the same, the exemptions, the tax payability and the TDS deducted on the same. You need both the parts for filing your income tax return. If you are a pensioner, you need to get a pension certificate from the bank. Now, apart from salary, you might be earning some interest income. Interest from fixed deposits, from recurring deposits or even saving bank interest. All these are taxable. So, you need to get a bank certificate, interest certificate from the respective banks. Once you get these interest certificates, all the interest income is there. Remember to take the TDS certificate as well from the bank in case any TDS deduction is there. Other than the bank interest, you might have some PPF interest, NSC, KVP. Get all these detail as well because these also needs to be reported in the income tax e-filing. So, we have talked about the salary and the interest. Now comes to the property. You might be having some house properties. List down all the properties with their addresses. If it is a self-occupied property, you just need to give the detail of the address of the property, that's it. In case it is a rented property, please make sure you get the rent agreement lined up and any municipal taxes if you have paid also needs to be get into as the municipal taxes is straight away deducted from your rental income. In case you have taken any housing loan on any of the properties, get the interest certificate from the bank or the institution from where you have taken the loan. Remember, the interest certificate should have the bifurcation of the interest and principal both because these are deducted under different sections and reported differently. So, this way house property is done. Now, you might have some investments in shares or securities and you might have done some transactions as well during the year. So, get the capital gain report from the broker or if you are doing it online from the online portal. Also remember to take the dividend report. Even though it is exempt, it is required to be reported in the income tax e-filing. Apart from shares and securities, you might also have some asset sale purchase like property, car, jewelry, etc. So, get hold of the purchase and the sale documents of all these to be reported in the income tax return. We have talked about all the incomes and their respective documents. Just to give a clarity on the TDS certificates you will receive, Form 16, it is a TDS on your salary income. Form 16A, it is a TDS on your income other than salary like interest. Form 16B, it is a TDS on any of the property sold. Form 16C, it is a TDS on any of the rental income. So, we have covered all the income part and the documents. Apart from the income documents, there are payments which are allowed as a deductions from your income up to a certain specified limits. First, the deductions are allowed for payments made towards LIC, PPF, NSC, tax saving investments like mutual funds or in any FDs also. The second part could be any insurance premium you have paid for medical insurance. Third, could be the donations you have made to various NGOs. Fourth, could be interest paid on any education loan for your kids. So, these are the deductions which are allowed from your income. Last but not the least, your bank statements. You must get hold of all the bank statements for the full year. In case you have missed any income or deduction above, you must get hold of it. So, that's why you are not missed with any of the documents and you are ready to file your income tax returns. So, we have covered all the documents of the income and the deductions you can have for your income tax e-return filing.